Welcome. This is a GoPro style camera. It's not my phone, so let me know if you hate this new style of recording we're trying out. But we're going to go ahead and check out this 2-bedroom, 2-bath private pool home in Largo that has quite an interesting claim. Let's go over this together. I mean, if you know me or you know my channel, I focus on real estate investments. I do a lot of Airbnbs in the community. I've been doing it since prior to the pandemic, prior to 2020. So the market has gone through a lot of changes, and I remember that one of our golden rules, I know one of our golden rules has always been to buy a home with at least 3 to 4 bedrooms, right? And here we're checking a home with 2-bedroom, 2-bath that claims to be steadily making $90,000 in the last 3 years. So what's important to me is, we went through a lot in the last 3 years. So if a house like this is able to pull, roughly around $90,000, yes, it's less than these other bigger homes, but it's also a lot of less risk. So let's go ahead and take a look at this house. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. My name is Bedoya. I'm a real estate agent in Pinellas County. I work with Charles Realty, and I'm here to help you get into all type of real estate investments, whether you're doing short-term or mid-term rentals, or whether you're focusing on things like Airbnbs, VRBOs, mid-term fix and flips, or BRRRRs. If you're buying a property to rent, rehabilitate, and put it back on a rental market, and I'm your guy for that, especially here in Pinellas County, St. Pete, Seminole, and Largo area. So I'm backing up into the home. Parking is a little tight, so let's go ahead and turn the camera and get on with this video with this horrible noise. Forgive me, guys. Let's go ahead and get on with the video. As I was saying, if you're looking to invest, to do short-term, mid-term rentals, to fix and flip, or buy, rent, rehabilitate, and rent, or refinance, please reach out to me, especially if you're looking at Clearwater, Largo, Seminole, St. Petersburg area. I'm your guy for Pinellas County. You can check with a lot of my previous clients, and they will tell you that I'm awesome to work with. So why? Because I put your interest first, because I really, really, really care for each one of my clients. I will treat you with the utmost transparency. What you see and what you hear, what you get. I am not, I've had these conversations with a lot of friends that some people are, like, they're one thing in the back and they show this whole facade, and I can't live like that. So what you see is what I am, and I love that because I don't have to try to be this to show myself. I am who I am. That being said, I will put your interest first, and I will get you hooked up with some of the best real estate investments here in the Pinellas County. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at it, like and subscribe. And one more thing, I'm going to start adding in the videos. Don't forget, Jesus is coming back, and you need to get saved. You need to get on prayers. You need to be reading your Bible. You need to get on it with the Lord and keep your eyes on Jesus. All right, see you in the next. Let's go ahead and take a look at this house. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and take a look at this home. We are in the city of Largo by the Missouri Avenue. Very hot day today. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at this home. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and we do have a quiet neighborhood. That's really nice. And today we're using the GoPro, so hopefully this is gonna be a style of recording that you enjoy. All right, so we do have a single car garage there. We have updated windows. The house has potential for a curb appeal. I see that there's a little hill going on here in the front of the house. Like that, we don't see the neighbors in front. We have this beautiful pink flowers out there. That's nice. So secluded, peaceful, quiet. It checks all those boxes. We've got a decent sash fascia. Now guys, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this camera out, because I believe we might even be able to take a look at the roof with this. Okay. All right. Hope that was interesting. That's something new that we can do with these devices. So I'll go ahead and get in. Just stay with me. So right now, let me just flip the camera. Right now, I'm trying to punch in the code, and I don't see can operate it. I figured it out. Get the door open. Hello. All right, so as mentioned, this is an Airbnb currently making $90K a year. That's what they brought in, it's what they mentioned. So you come in, you have the living room and dining room. I like the open floor plan. Lights are already on. So it is a little dark right now here in this area at least, but all these blinds are closed. And look how pretty this is, guys. They've definitely done a great job at setting up this unit. I mean, you come in, you have a little disco music playing. It just, you know, vibes very well. So let's go ahead and get light on the kitchen. Kitchen looks really nice. We got updated everything, I would say. We got up nicer floors. Let's take a look at the floors here real quick. The cabinets could be better, right? You could repaint and make them a little nicer. And then you have a texture here that could also be changed in the future, but it's not terrible. Other than that, you got a nice backsplash, countertops. You could use new appliances if you want. You know, this could be updated. And then you have a window over here. Again, updated windows, updated glass. All right, and again, I'm sure it's all maybe not included, but it could be negotiated to have all the extras added. But you can see though, the cabinetry is you know, I would say these cabinets are older. Okay, these cabinets are definitely older. Okay, let's not get you too dizzy here. You kind of know where I'm at. All right, so can't get this to open. I don't have a key for this house, as you saw. I punched the code to get in. So I'm not sure if that's the garage. We're going to have to ask the sellers. Okay, they've got this little room already set up. And like I said, there's just some tiny details that could be redone, like the paint job here. There's some scratches here, you know, there's little things that will come up on inspection. Okay, but floor wise, the floor looks okay to me. Another thing that we're looking for is, you know, what kind of pool do we have back here? And one thing I'll tell you is that this is a vinyl pool. So it has a vinyl surface to it. It looks good on photos. It is not my preferred type of pool, but again, they are making 90,000, so it might be working, right? They've got a little putting green here. Very interesting that you can play with this indoors. Furniture wise, we don't have anything too special. It's just well decorated, right? Some fake trees back there. Let's see what these are overlooking at. Jacuzzi. So what we do have is the right amenities. We've got the pool. We got the game areas. We got the pergola. We got everything we need to have a fun Airbnb. And the purchase price is, you know, doable. You're not spending $600,000, $500,000 to get in, $100,000 to set up. So that's the thing, obviously. Now the thing with a property like this, guys, is there's not going to be a lot of room for you to add equity to it unless we can add more square footage, right? Which could be maybe converting one of the garages into living space, but that is a major project and we'll like to see if it even makes sense for us to go in that direction. Now we have a master bedroom here. Again, I'm not sure if it's my camera. There is a low light in this house. It's not very well lit. It is a darker day as well. So, hi y'all. We've got a smaller TV than we'd like. This TV is a little too small for what we need. And we've got access to a Jack and Jill bathroom. So the guest bathroom could be privately accessed by this bedroom. I don't think it's accessed by that one. So we got here bedroom number 1, which is our master, right? This will be our master bedroom. We got the wooden tile. These are plastic tiles. I'm sorry, vinyls. I don't think that these are waterproof. Those will probably have to go. And this room is just kind of matchy with this wooden textures to it, and you know, wooden barn door, etc. Wooden floors. Okay, now we get here in the bathroom. Bathroom wise, we've got some tiles that they look to be more as original tiles, We got a newer vanity, regular mirror, nothing fancy. Okay, makes a lot of noise. Window and bathtub. So, you know, this house, guys, this is a perfect candidate for an expansion. You know, you leave this as the guest areas, and you gotta have a master bedroom somewhere in this house. Okay, so here's the 2-2. I forgot that it was a 2-bathroom, forgive me. So we're gonna take a look at the second bathroom. So this room is big enough for 2 beds. All right. Obviously, as you see, closet space. They have done the decoration, so it looks good on the photos. This is very cheap, very easy to make, but it looks nicer on photos. Just makes you probably look like you're ready, like you know your business, like you know your market. It just makes you stand out. And then this will be an updated bathroom. Now you do have the original tiles here, so I'm not sure how they expanded this, but both bathrooms are right next to each other. That means, you know, they pull plumbing from one to the other, most likely. All right, so that's that. We've toured the whole house. That's how I like them, small and easy. I'm just kidding, but this is going to be a great potential expansion, because listen. If you know me, you know I've sold a lot of houses between 3 to 4 bedrooms with private pools in the community. And I'll tell you that it's looking like a $500,000 purchase. You could hardly get it at $450,000, especially in a neighborhood like this. So it's just a matter of looking at the comparables to see if it makes sense. But you could have an opportunity of building a second room on that door, on whatever is going on in that garage. Let me see, guys, if we can open it from here. Yes. All right, fantastic. So, guys, this is where you would want to build a third bathroom. Okay. You already have plumbing here. This is a water softener. Here's your electric panel. It has an inspection as of 2012. It doesn't look like a 2012, it looks like a 2022. All right, so it looks a little better. This looks a little nicer. Of course, for them to be able to operate as an Airbnb, certain things have to be done. They gotta get short-term rental insurance, so this house should be up to insurance codes. All right, attic space. I'm gonna do a little extension here, just see if we can get a closer look at what's up here. I don't think we see a lot. Okay, come back down. But maybe this gives you a good opportunity to view the potential. You know, you could have 2 master suites back here. It's a possibility. It's a possibility of having 2 bedrooms back here, which is a very common thing to do here in this community. Here in Pinellas County. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the exterior of the house. Okay. We got some palm trees. We got pool equipment that could be enclosed. And then we got a small space here that's not being used. So patio wise, you know, a lot could be done here. A lot could be done here. You know, they do have the photography on point, because it does definitely look great. It shows great on photography. But you come out here and you see, you know, there's still a little bit of work to be done. There's still a lot of work to be done. You know, these are not good. And this is your pool. You know, we see a few cracks there. As I mentioned, you do have some. It's gonna be a vinyl surface, so just so I can get a little closer. Pool is very low right now. Just missing a foot of water, and it's cracked over here. That's pretty bad. Okay, so I mean, they're asking top dollar. I don't see this house being top dollar, but we'll have to check that out. And you know, I don't want to say a lot. You gotta look at comparables, but yes, you can see right there that there's some inconsistencies and things that will need to be addressed. As well with the jacuzzi, you know, jacuzzi has a lot of damage too. right? The pavers, they're also all messed up. The pavers are all messed up. This is like a, you know, this was not done well, guys. Like, they came here and threw the pavers, dropped that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Because then it's only gonna last a few months. And the rain is gonna make it all push away. Alright, so next thing to look at. Alright. Well, that's that. I'm sure it could be included with the purchase. Just needs cleaning. That's the hot tub. There's a reservation. There's a reservation coming in today, guys. So, believe it or not, this unit is ready to be occupied today. So, yeah. I mean, it's nice. It's nice, but we you know, I would never have my guests stay in a pool, come in, food or water is missing. It's not right. You know, a lot of, again, it might not be my place, but this house isn't ready for my liking. You know, I would not run it like this. Yeah. So, you know, I'm really liking this camera. I know there's a lot of motion like this, but at the same time I get to show you different parts of the house, and I get to really focus and zoom in without having to bend my back a lot. So that being said, I hope you like this tour. I hope you like checking out the channel. Let me know if you have any questions. Call me if you're looking to do investment homes in the Pinellas County, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay, let's drive around. I think it's important for us to start looking at the areas, the immediate vicinity. So I'm just making sure that I drive around at least that one block. That allows you to see if there's any updated homes, what the neighborhood looks like. So as you see, it's pretty decent, manicured. It's a blue collar area. It's not a fancy neighborhood either. However, if I am to be honest with you, there's a lot more growth in areas like St. Pete. So as you see, I slowed down there to just show you a more updated house. So yes, there is a possibility of you adding value in this neighborhood, of course. However, there are newer areas that are holding up in price better since they have more amenities. It's the good part, I would say. And there, I'm just pointing at the house that we just look like. We're very close to the beaches. It's a 10-minute drive to the beach, so it's a reason why the vacation rental property idea works. However, there's not a lot of activity at night going on in these areas of town, so a lot of the newcomers, they're moving to downtown St. Pete areas. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you can like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye. God bless.